Guys, Carlo, North Coast Constrictors. Welcome back to the channel. So I want to try and make this a quick one. Electricity is going to go off here in South Africa in about half an hour. It's called load shedding. So we hatched out a clutch of pieds. The sire was a yellow belly pied and the female was an Enchi 100% head pied. And what I want to do is I want to quickly go through all the hatchings that we had. I think there were 6 in total. 6 or 7, and I want to show you what we produced. Okay, first of all, let me show you the sire. Okay, here he is. Yeah. Okay, very high white. Whoa. Okay, very high white yellow belly pied. Okay, just a little bit of freckling there on those little black spots. You find that often on high white pieds. I'm not a big fan of high white pieds. Okay, I did buy him when I was. It's one of the very first snakes that I ever bought. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a high white pied. It's right up some guy's alley, but I like. If I want a white snake, then I'm going to go for an ivory or a blue-eyed leucistic. Okay, if you want a pied, then you want something with pattern. Anyway. I'm glad I bought them because there's one way to combat or to have a clutch of eggs when you pair up a male like that, and it's to pair him up to a female that with a specific gene that enhances pattern. It's very pattern heavy, if you want to call it like that. An Enchi is a snake that does that. So if you take a high white pied, and don't take my word for it, okay, but you can't take a low white pied and a high white pied and make a medium white pied. It doesn't work that way, okay? You get the luck of the draw. But you can take a pied, like a high white pied like that, and you pair it to something like an Enchi, which makes a lot of pattern, and then hopefully you can balance things out a little bit. Or fire pied is another snake. For example, here's a fire pied that I've got here. Fire and pied is very high white. Another snake that I bought when I was just starting out, but I just wanted the fire gene, one saddle, literally, that's it. I got the head stamp, obviously the head, you'll always have something on the head, and then you've just got that one saddle over there. But I wanted a fire pied, so I bought a fire pied. Going forward, learning more, understanding the genetics more, understanding what I wanted from pied, I set about producing my own and buying the snakes that I needed, the females that I needed in order to produce what I like, which is like a 50-50 pattern, saddles to white, and strong colors, deep colors. I want to see the pattern in pied, but I also want to see the white. That's what makes a pied. I don't want an all white snake. I don't want a high white snake. I do have another pied that's an Enchi Orange Dream pied. I bought it for the Orange Dream. It's got Enchi in it as well. It's very low white, but it is not like super high white. It's got a lot of coloring and whatever, and that is going to be a very good snake to pair because of the Enchi and the Orange Dream, and it's going to be a great snake to pair next season straight back to that yellow belly pied. I'll show you her as well. Sorry guys, I just got to bend down over here. All right, so this is an Enchi Orange Dream visual pied. You can see how very low white, very low white, but a stunning snake. You can see the very strong Enchi influence there at the top of the snake, and then clearly with that's Enchi pattern down there and Orange Dream. Very clear on this snake. So now this female here, it will be paired to that yellow belly pied male next season. But guys, without further ado, let's get cracking and let me show you the pieds that we let's pull out mommy. Where's mommy? I moved all my racks around, so there she is. Hello sweetheart. Now guys, this is a visual Enchi. This is a visual Enchi 100% head pied. You can see those light brown eyes and the eye stripes, or you can see the pattern, the Enchi pattern flat out. Those lovely golden eyes that we've got there. Now this is the dame to the clutch that I'm going to show you. Now we've got a combination of Enchi pied, we've got yellow belly pied, and we got yellow belly inchy pards. We never hit one straight pod, and we did get a hit. Okay, so let's start off with the 100% hit pod. Okay. All right. I'm pretty sure this is just a normal. I don't know if it's yellow belly. I doubt it. And it's a cheeky little bug. Okay, but that was the only non-visual that we got, and it is a boy. All right. Sorry, I beg your pardon, man. We got two. another hit pod here. Okay, we're starting off. We'll work up with the genetics. Okay, then we got an inchy pod out of that clutch. All right. Okay, now you can see what I mean. What inchy does to the pattern. You can see it's quite a low white pod. However, what I like about it is that there's a break in the pattern by the neck over there. You see that white banding there, and another break in the pattern over here creates a saddle, and then another break over there by the tail. So although it's a low white, I have still got some break in the pattern. And as far as inchy goes and inchy pod goes, stunning. I think this is an absolute beaut of a hatchling. Guys, please excuse the glare on my glasses. It's just I've got this camera. Right, so let's crack on. And that's our little boy. All right, and we have another inchy. Okay, I'm going to save this one for last because I wanted to show you what I consider to be probably the most perfect inchy pod ever created. There's going to be a lot of guys that have produced better snakes than this, better inchy pods than this, guys. But for me personally, out of all of the pods that I have seen and that I have bought, if I had seen that from another breeder, I would have bought it. There would have been no negotiations. It would have been sold immediately as I saw it. Okay, but I managed to produce it, and I'm going to save it till last because I just think the patternings are fantastic. Now here we hit the all gene snake. This is a yellow belly inchy pod. Okay, and this is a little girl as well. All right, so now we're going to show you how, and we've got an emoji on this one. Lovely emoji. I love the emoji pods. Now that clearly you could, with the high that shows the yellow belly with the pixelation, okay, and then there's the inchy influence over there. All right, okay, the inchy influence over there, and clearly on the head stamp you can see if this little girl will cooperate. You see how there's no break in the eye stripe that goes around that line, and then that goes around to the head stripe. There's no break in the pattern behind the head. Typical inchy trait that. So and then obviously another little saddle at the bottom there showing out the inchy also, but very high, which is showing yellow belly. So a female yellow belly inchy pod, complete stunner, and a holdback here at North Coast Constrictors. Okay. And another yellow belly inchy 100% head pod. Okay, so when I say we didn't get visuals, this is the inchy, but what a ringer. Look at that. Look at that ringer on that. I don't want to take a nip. They're starting to get quite feisty now. Okay, an inchy, yellow belly inchy, 100% head pod. And this is also a little girl. Would have been a holdback, but being sold to a client that has been very good to me and a very good okay as well. Okay. And now, guys, I'm going to pull out what I consider to be possibly the most stunning. Okay, and maybe I've made too much about it, go, oh, that's not whatever. That as far as I'm concerned, as far as pods go, and the separation of colors, the saddles and whatever, and this is just an inchy pod. Here, this girl, this beautiful inchy over here, if I could just get it to straighten out, typical. if I could just get it to straighten out just a little bit. The amount of patterning, look how, I hate holding the snakes like this. I'm gonna just turn the camera down, okay. Look at the absolute separate, the evenness. Well, first of all, the color to white ratio, the patterns, the saddle to white ratio is something that I love. This is perfect for me, and in my eyes, this is the perfect pod, exactly like this. The high white sides like that, the saddles like that, and we have got quite a few emojis on this one as well. All right, we've got an emoji over there. Okay, where's the camera? So we've got an emoji over there, and we've got another emoji over there, kind of, I suppose. But guys, this, in my opinion, and it's a little girl as well. It's a girl. Absolutely. Oh, sorry. I wish I was one of the top breeders that had a camera crew following me wherever I go, and my videos would all be perfect. This, in my book, right here, is the perfect Enchi pod. I'm sure that the colors are probably going to dull out a little bit as it gets older, but as far as the perfect balance and well, anyway guys, I think she's stunning, and I know there's a lot of you out there that are watching this now just thinking, what a stunner. And there you go, look at that head stamp again, that's solid there where it's unbroken, the back of the head clear Enchi, and then that Enchi pattern. Isn't she amazing? And we've even got a tiny little bit on the tip of her tail, a little bit of yellow there. So guys, yeah, when this came out, when this girl came out of the egg, and I saw her and like this, I went bananas. Bananas. Speaking of bananas, we hatched out a banana clown clutch there. We got one visual banana clown and some bananas and a couple of, anyway, that's another whole video for when they hatch out. So guys, that is my yellow belly Enchi pod, yellow belly pod, and het yellow belly Enchi het pod clutch. Those little babies all had their first meal 24 hours ago, so it was kind of safe to pick them up now. I hope you enjoyed. We have got some more snakes to show you in the next couple of days. What do we want? We're on 13 minutes. Gonna show you one more snake. It's not, I picked it up yesterday, and it's one that deserves an absolute shout out. I know this video is supposed to be for pods, okay, it was my yellow belly Enchi pod, but I'm not going to do a video just on this one snake, but I'm going to show you what I picked up yesterday and has come into my collection. And this is about pods, so I suppose we can feature this girl. The crown jewel of females in my collection here now at North Coast Constrictors. Have a look at this. What you're looking at here is a pastel exantic pod. A female. It was born this December by a very good friend of mine and fellow breeder Ant Mackenzie from Macmorphs. I didn't want another snake to steal the show because of what I produced. But let's face the facts, I'm still a new breeder, and Macmorphs has been around for many years and is on a completely different level. And these are the kind of snakes that they produce. And I have for 2 years wanted to get my hands on a pastel exantic pod and a female, no less. I do have an exantic pod male, a breeder male, which has paired up this year, and we're waiting for a clutch of eggs to prove out. that he paired with a pastel exentic, so everything will be 100% het pard and exentic. And then we've got exentic pard clutches in the incubator now, but the sire is 100% double het exentic pard, and the 2 females are 100% double het exentic pard. So if we're lucky, we'll hit the odds. Otherwise, everything will be either pard 66% het exentic or exentic 66% het pard, or 66% double het exentic pard. We'll have to wait and see. But guys, this is for the 2025 season, and yes, I do have males, a male in mind for her, but we've got 2 years to wait before we breed this. So there we go. I just thought I would end off the pard video with this beautiful, beautiful specimen here. Very, very happy and very, very stoked to have her in my collection. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. It does wonders for the channel. Share with your friends. Tell them about North Coast Constrictors, if specifically targeted for new to intermediate breeders. If you like what you see and you want to watch more, hit the notification bell as well. Thanks guys, and have a great weekend. Cheers.